Sup, peeps? Cool Boy Wrestling 101 back with another one. This video is going to be pretty quick, but I just wanted to cover this because it's probably going to come into play come Monday Night Raw. But IShowSpeed was streaming when LA Knight walked up. But we get into it right after this. Okay, so IShowSpeed was on his live stream until all of a sudden LA Knight walks up from behind the bookshelf. Of course, IShowSpeed was freaking out. He was scared. He was trying to figure out how he got in there. And then LA Knight said he saw IShowSpeed on the live stream, and then that's how he knew that he was there. LA Knight brought up everything and, costing the Usos the tag team titles. And of course, he brought up the brass knuckles situation, which, to jog your memory, I am speaking of this. And then remember afterwards he accidentally punched LA Knight with them. But then he left the brass knuckles on the apron, which led to Logan Paul picking them up and using them a few minutes later on Jimmy Uso, costing the Usos the tag team titles. Yes. So, with that whole thing now, IShowSpeed was in begging mode. He was trying to prove that he's not involved. And LA Knight said, I bet if you ask anybody that they would say that you're involved now. And he was even begging LA Knight. He was like, what do I have to do for us to be cool? And then LA Knight sat down and took a deep breath. I said, oh boy, this is probably going to last a while. Then he gave a rundown of everything that happened on the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw that involved IShowSpeed. And he said that he does believe in second chances, though. He said that on the next episode of Monday Night Raw, which is in Texas, is Stone Cold going to show up? That's besides the point. Anyway, LA Knight said that he wants IShowSpeed to show up on Raw and face the situation himself and clean it up. And IShowSpeed again was in begging mode, saying that he's not involved, all of this. But LA Knight said he told IShowSpeed that if he shows up on the next episode of Monday Night Raw, after that, things will all be made good. They dapped each other up, and then IShowSpeed again said that he did not mean to punch LA Knight in the face with the brass knuckles. LA Knight seemed chill at first, but then he said, quote, the whole thing with the brass knuckles, I'm just going to give you a receipt for that. And then he grabs IShowSpeed and throws him into the camera. Yes, no signal. The signal goes out. And then just near the end, like the last few seconds of the video, the signal comes back on and IShowSpeed is like crying. But it was like a play crying though, I guess. I don't know. And he said at the beginning of the stream that if he laughs or cries, the stream will end. So, yeah, it went off after that. But that's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.